that they put on the table when they were campaigning for themselves, actually they didn't meet the expectation. And that majorly will affect the frustration amongst the people, whether to re-elect them or vote them out. So that's something that also comes when it comes to, it's a centric political issues of those countries. But again, if
could it be an indication that the voter is purely a very emotional animal that does not use rationale when voting leaders?
Remember, we are human, and human are emotional. And whatever the case, if you, at the same time you don't appeal with them emotionally, again they will vote you out. And that is the nature of human being. But again, we must look into other things beyond what meets the eyes. One of it is the economy. Will this leader make sure that we have developments? Will this leader ensure that the young people acquire the jobs? So those are issues that we must ask ourselves, because leadership and the political affairs of the country is how the leaders organize themselves to run the affairs of the people. And if so, then it means we must elect people who are going to ensure that at the end of the day, we achieve that the vision of our country that we want to achieve. So those are the kind of issues that people will consider. But at the same time, even in Kenya, we need to ask ourselves, this administration that we are in now, which is the government that I fought for, we are going to deliver on the plan that we promised on the people. And those were the pillars that we gave them. If not, they have the right to devote us out. But if we achieve on those pillars, and whatever that we are doing is on the scorecard, on our manifesto that we promised them, then we are in our trajectory. Okay. Because we ask for this government based on our manifesto, and that's what is.
You've heard that the chance one term and
yes.
2 term. Do you think that that is an emotional approach to very serious probably developmental issues or issues that the government should be looking at? And I'm asking this because there was a wave last year of young Kenyans who felt that this administration had not worked for them and they needed to leave. That's why they kept on saying Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Do you think that is more emotional than rational?
I will not say it is rational or emotional, but I will say at the position that issues were at the moment, it was very critical to understand what are the things that propelled to these people to go to street. One of it was the hopelessness that was displayed amongst the ministers and the MPs. These were things that were agitating the Kenyans, asking themselves, if this is the way they are living lavishly, in the case of our country, what about ourselves which we are suffering, where the schools children are not going? So those are the kind of issues that it comes with the acumen and attitude of the leadership. And it's not the case of only that Ruto must go. The Ruto must go was not that Ruto to go. It was to ask the president, please, can you consider these leaders that are not working for us well, to also put on them online to make sure that they live on their mandate. So Ruto must go was not the only issue that was there, but the case was this. If we were saying Ruto must go, then who was our replacement? So the issue was not Ruto must go. The issues were issues that were putting clearly that we are suffering from these cases. And you as the president, the buck stops at you, may you also help us to put this country into line. So Ruto must go was more than it, but it depends again on the interpretation.
I want us now to move on to a different angle from it, and you'll still get to contribute to that, because you're talking about the by-elections of November 27th, and probably this is going to be the very first